podcast. Should we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Are we going?
We're going.
Are we going right now? Really?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of a Brew for Two podcast. I'm your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Derek.
Hello.
We're here with a guest, Bill.
Hello.
We are here on episode 26.
Is he even a guest anymore? Because he's not. I mean, he's not here enough.
He's been on here enough, yeah. But I guess he's not a guest.
An intermittent acquaintance.
The third man to this three amigo Brew for Two podcast thingamabobber.
I changed the name now. It's a Brew for Three now.
Well, Bill's not on it all the time. He can be, actually, but
Could be.
he could be. We could change the name to a Brew for Three.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right.
All right, Jack, get back here and make us a new logo.
But yeah, we're on episode 26 now, and we're into week 3 of self-isolation.
Yeah,
but we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is, you guys don't go anywhere. I go to work, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll keep going. Podcasts keep going until they either completely shut us down or something. I don't know.
Well, that 311 stuff is going on. Like, neighbors can call if you're hanging out with people more than 2 to 3 people. Your neighbors can call the 311 line.
And then if it's less than 5, they get told to shut up because they're not supposed to be calling.
Yeah. Because if it's like just the 3 of us somewhere in the garage just sitting in the chairs, like, fuck off. You're gonna call the cops on us? Like, really? There's plenty of other things that the police officers need to be doing right now, and coming and checking up on 3 people who self-isolate every single day. That's all we do, because you haven't been outside really in 3 weeks.
No.
Besides going to like the corner store.
So, you know what I've been doing this week?
What?
So I got back on a certain bandwagon.
Oh no.
The Pokemon Go bandwagon.
Oh no.
I got back on that wagon.
I was really hoping you weren't going to say that.
Brad, why?
Because I was bored at home, and I'm like, Pokemon.
There's a Pokestop at the park over there.
Yeah, you can't go to it. You can't go to it because they're doing construction. Yeah. Actually, I drove by your house yesterday because I drove by your house because you have that park right there. Like,
oh yeah. I don't think there's a Pokestop there.
All parks in churches are Pokestops.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Right,
I didn't know the
they're all
church
fucking closed off now.
Yeah, wow.
The one by my house is. They've got big barriers.
The parks are, yes. But the churches, people are still going to church.
Oh.
And still doing that over in the States. Like, what's wrong with you people?
So what I've been doing is like driving around, going driving around to a park, pulling my car over, doing the Pokestop, then driving around, and it gets me to use my car, because if I don't use my car, it's just sitting in the garage. It's just sitting in the garage. Anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So I might have happened to what my mom had happened to her a couple months ago, which she wasn't driving it enough, so it crapped out on her. Yeah, but also that's in like minus 30 fucking temperature where they are. I understand that, yes. Right, so a little different. Your car will be fine now, but it's still good to get it out. You don't want it to seize up either. That's exactly. And then I got my tires changed. I know, you did. I seen. I also got into a series. A very interesting series. Oh no, what is it? I swear to God, if you say it, no. Tiger King. Oh my God! No! I tried off with this show. It's so stupid. I tried to. Listen, it was hard to avoid it, but you've been working. You've been working. You have a reason to avoid it. If I were working right now, I would totally avoid it.
Brad's sitting here flicking the bean, like he might as well.
There's plenty of reason to avoid it. It's the dumbest show fucking ever. Like, if you haven't watched the show, it's basically don't watch it. Don't watch it because it's about rednecks owning tigers in the States. Yeah, literally. And there's also murder and espionage and stuff involved like that. Supposed murder.
I just want to say Carolyn Baskin killed her husband.
I 100% she did. 100% she did. Carol should change her name to Karen. I have watched because she's a Karen. I watched
Summons District Man.
I watched about 20 minutes of the first episode because I've been seeing it everywhere, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on with this shit? It looks stupid. Let me check it out. Watch 20 minutes of it and go, I went, that lady is fucking nuts. Like, she's saying that the people, like, they got, like, the Tiger King dude is freaking crazy. No, she's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Like, I want to save and help the tigers. But hold up, I'm going to put them in these cages. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
There's a hashtag going around right now, probably, and if it's not, it should be, and it's called hashtag the internet made me do it. Because all the people that have been watching this show is because of the internet, it's because of the memes.
Yeah.
Like, I watched all 8 episodes in about a day.
Oh my god.
So on this,
I got 20 minutes in the first episode. I had to turn it off because I felt myself physically losing brain cells.
Brad, I don't know where you get your TV stamina from, but
the Tiger King ran for mayor, ran for president, and he ran for governor.
What's his name?
Joe Exotic. Not his actual name. That's his stage name. He made it his stage name because nobody could pronounce his last name, so he just called himself Joe Exotic, and it's this gay redneck from down south.
No idea. Somewhere down south, yeah.
Yeah, but then it goes into more like it talks about there was a little episode where it talked for 5 minutes about Ace Ventura, because there's this guy in South Carolina who has many animals, tigers, lions, elephants. He has a big elephant named Bubbles, and he said some of his animals have been used on blockbuster movies.
Yeah,
like there's a Bill Murray movie, and there's a scene in the Bill Murray movie where he's kind of in the car sleeping, and there's a tiger next to him.
Oh yeah,
and that was one of the movies, and like his movies have been used for Ace Ventura and Mighty Joe Young, and his animals have been used for those movies. But like,
yeah, they're stars.
Yeah, but yeah, so like he kind of owns one of the nicer zoos. He kind of owns one of the nicer places, but then it gets into a story about him on how he's not really a nice guy. It's just for show. He's actually like he treats his staff that he has there like a cult, and he only hires like women who are virgins, just so he can sleep with them and then have that effect on.
Has that been confirmed, or
this show confirmed that because he hires all these like young 20-something girls and then sleeps with them, and then because they're virgins and because they think so heavenly about it, because it's a kind of a manipulation. He manipulates these people into work. It's kind of like a cult.
Yeah.
Where Joe Exotic's kind of zoo was kind of more like Crazy Town cult as well.
Oh, they're all
nuts.
Batshit crazy.
They're all nuts.
But at least he really does care about the animals.
But they all do. They all really care about the animals.
Except Carol Baskin.
Except Carol, but
our tigers are well fed, I guess.
Yeah, they are.
Did you know to get a tiger, it's only you can get a tiger for like about $800 to $2,000, and some go for $5,000.
Did like Mike Tyson have one or something?
Probably
he did. Yes. You know, he does have one.
Yes, yeah. But like they go for. Like, you would think they would go for a lot of money. They actually don't. Like, yes, $800 and $2,000 is not...
Yeah, but you can get a dog for $800.
Yeah,
so
you can get a dog.
Scale like that, no.
But
you can, and not have to feed it half an animal every day.
Yeah, because that's where the show goes on by saying, like, that's where owning a tiger is great, but then you would have to feed him $10,000 worth of food every day.
Yeah,
but if you can't handle like a ragdoll cat, you can't handle a tiger. They're both cats.
This show, like, probably people watching the show are going to be like, I'm going to go buy a tiger.
100% there's going to be that, like, 2% of people that are like, I should buy a tiger.
Because
and then everyone else is going to go...
They'll never find their body.
Yeah, then everyone else is going to go, I'm probably going to get eaten by that tiger.
because they're freaking tiger cubs... adorable.
Oh yeah,
they're freaking adorable, and people would want them for that reason.
Yeah. I'd want a tiger cub, but it can stay that small. Like
a experienced trainer buys a cub and lets me see it every day.
Yeah. There you go.
But I'm not gonna have one in my little semi house in downtown Chicago.
Yeah, no, that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, very bad idea.
Oh, my cat got out. Your cat? Yeah. What kind of cat? Oh, it's a tiger.
I had stripes on it or something.
Oh. You like the big ones? Yeah, he's like 1,500 pounds. He got out, yeah.
He's friendly, though, don't worry.
We should probably call the cops. Probably. Shit. Like,
what kind of cat is it? Well, it kind of has like stripes on it, like a zebra. Cat with stripes. Are you talking about like a tiger?
It's called like a Bengal cat or a Bengal tiger. Yeah. Excuse me.
Kind of like it's a Bengal. It's like, I mean, it's a cat. It's a cat. It's an orange cat.
Orange tabby.
Orange tabby cat.
Orange tabby, but 100 times bigger.
Also, from that show, I learned that ligers exist.
Yeah,
I didn't know ligers were a thing. I thought it's just something Napoleon Dynamite.
It's my favorite animal.
That's a real thing.
I thought it was something Napoleon Dynamite made up back in the early 2000s.
No, that's a real thing. Like a cross between a lion and a tiger. It's a real thing.
That was so.
They're just really fluffy tigers. That's all they are.
Yeah, literally.
Napoleon Dynamite was so much longer. It was so long ago. Like it feels like it wasn't as.
Oh, it's
like early 2000s.
It's such a cult classic.
Tina,
come eat some dinner. Actually, in high school, like some people called me Napoleon Dynamite because I was tall and lanky and because of my sarcastic tone of voice, it's just like, oh gosh, like.
I had a buddy named Pedro, so yeah, he ran for student council and he made the vote for Pedro shirts, like, the red lettering and the white shirts and everything.
Did you know the guy who played Pedro's in that Employee of the Month movie?
Was what?
Did you know the guy who played Pedro's in that Employee of the Month movie?
Who was that?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was his buddy or whatever.
Yeah, he was Dax Shepard's buddy in that movie.
Oh,
but yeah, no, they called me Napoleon, and so funny. Yeah, we've been talking on online dating for about a week. I think things are pretty serious.
Gosh.
Also, I watched a Crosby, Stills, and Nash documentary. It was more about David Crosby, but
no, that's cool.
It was fun. It was fun.
I resubbed to Amazon Prime.
About what? About what?
I resubbed to Amazon Prime.
Oh, I thought you said you reached out to Amazon Prime.
I resubbed to Amazon Prime so I can watch the Hunter show. Fuck, it's good.
The Hunter show?
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god.
Oh.
How far are you into it?
I'm done it.
You're done it?
I watched the whole... Wait, no, I'm not done it yet. I am... Fuck. I don't even remember how far I am into that now. I'm pretty far into it, but I'm not...
Is it like a docu-series?
No, it's about... So, it stars... Yes, it stars Al Pacino. Yeah. It also has Josh Radnor in it, aka Ted from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And these guys play Jewish people.
No, okay, I watched all the first... Yeah, I'm done the first season, so...
Okay, you're done the first season.
Yeah.
Okay. So the series is about Jewish Nazi hunters.
Yeah.
That are Holocaust survivors in the 1970s. And the show starts off with a Nazi with a man's wife figuring out that her neighbor is a Nazi that came over to America. Yeah. And she remembers him because she's Jewish and she survived the Holocaust, and she blows his cover. And literally the guy, he kills his family, he kills his guests, he kills his kids.
Kills everybody.
Calls up his friend and is like, hey, you need to clean this up. And the guy comes and cleans it up. And he's like, okay, you just shoot me in the arm so that way I'm not going to point the fingers at. So the guy shoots him in the arm.
Yeah.
That way it looks like somebody broke in, killed his family.
Yeah, that was the first episode. It's a good show.
It is a really good show.
They don't waste time getting into it, do they?
Not this show, no. But then it's based around this kid whose grandma gets killed by a Nazi living in America. And then they realize there's a bunch of Nazis living in America. Like, how did they come over to America? And then and then they realize, and then the government needed the Nazis to come over, needed these scientists to come over to help with so and so and such and such, and it's just like, so the government's to blame for them coming over,
It's a good show though. It's a really good
Can you
show.
imagine escaping the Holocaust and years later one of your captors moves in next to you? It's like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they're all living in like deep South America. Like I think they're all living in Iowa or something.
They're living like pretty deep south because, well, I mean, you know,
yeah,
South is a interesting place in the 70s. So
yeah. So like,
To put it lightly.
yeah.
but yeah, it's an amazing show. I recommend it 100%. There's two twists at the end of the series. The one twist is amazing. The other twist, didn't really. It's not really that. I didn't like the other one.
The big one.
What the fuck twist?
There's the big one. There's the big one which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Do you think spoilers?
If it's new, maybe not.
It's not like really new.
It's not super new.
A month or two now.
It's been out for a month or two, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna say the twist because spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for the next like 10 minutes.
10 minutes for so the two twists in the show are at the end of the series you figure out that Al Pacino's character isn't this guy that he says he is. He's actually
he's not this like Jewish guy who survived the Holocaust and helped Buddy's grandmother through it. He's actually the Nazi doctor who experimented on people, basically.
And killed his grandfather.
Yeah, and killed his grandfather.
That's fucking dark.
Yeah.
So, but he took the main character's grandfather's life, and it's like, oh, I'm
got like plastic surgery. So became his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that he's his grandfather because you don't actually know that for most of the show.
And then the other twist, which I was kind of like, come on, really? Was that Hitler is not actually dead. He's still alive. He's still alive.
In Argentina.
As an old man Hitler, still alive. I'm just kind of like, okay, your show, okay, Hunter,
Did you realize what her name was at the end?
Is it Ava?
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Ava Braun.
Oh.
Was it Braun as well?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Come on now.
Yeah.
I was like,
but like,
how the fuck does that make sense?
It's not
she
even
looks
like
she's like literally 20 years old, 30 years old.
It's not even like they were presumed dead. Like,
but that was a conspiracy theory back then, which was, oh, Hitler's not actually dead. He's just living in like
Argentina.
Yeah, that was like
literally Argentina.
That was a conspiracy theory back then, but now it's like, okay, show you're kind of reaching a bit here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little show though, right?
Yeah,
but because I thought it was gonna be a little more historically accurate, but then like they had that scene, and I'm like, okay. Really? And then him also having like 4 kids apparently.
Yeah, I honestly, when I saw the kids, I'm just like, they're clones. They're clones.
Oh, 100%.
They're not like biologically, like they're clones of Hitler.
They're like Lil Hitlers.
He's such a scamp.
Lil Hitler.
But like the show's like villain throughout the series. Well, like not like the main big bad, but like the guy who's always trying to hunt the hunters, the white supremacist guy, the American. Yeah. I loved his role.
Oh, he was a fantastic.
He was such a good role.
Oh yeah.
Like there was a scene where he's in a laundry room and you can see his like swastika tattoo on him, and he's and like the black girl's like looking at him like.
The fuck?
Giving him a what the fuck look.
Yeah.
And he's like talking, and then there's the prison scene where he's in the prison and kills the Jewish doctor. Like he tells his parents like oh, I want a Jew lawyer. Give me a Jew lawyer. And
he
then
literally did that just to get rep with the white supremacists in there so he can join their group.
Yeah.
And it's just fucked. It's just like holy shit.
Yeah, and he kills the lawyer. It's such a great show.
It's a really good show. Like It's one of the better shows they put on Amazon Prime in a while. Like they had what the hell was it? One show they had Angels and Demons? No, Bad Omens.
Bad Omens.
That was okay.
That was I don't really. I have Amazon Prime, but I don't. Some of their series aren't that great.
No, and a lot of the time their series only run for one season, so there's not really much to actually watch.
Yeah, like Fleabag was good. I just haven't watched season 2 yet, and American Gods I couldn't get into.
I started watching American Gods, but I just it was the same way. Like I got to the gay genie scene. Yeah, I was just like, okay, this is a bit too much.
No, yeah,
like, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, I got to the exact same scene, and I'm like, I can't watch this.
Yeah,
but there's an amazing scene where the equivalent to Thor is battling Odin's bodyguard, and I don't know what they're doing, drinking, playing chess, can't remember.
Yeah,
but he's like, if I beat you in this game, I'm gonna kill you. The Thor guy is like, if I beat you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna smash your head with this hammer. And he's like, okay, what if I win? And blah blah blah. But it's an okay show. It's not for everybody, but I haven't found a lot of content on Amazon Prime that I do like.
Don't they have a few good things on there?
The Boys.
Have you watched the Jack Ryan series yet?
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good Tom Clancy stuff. So that's really
have you watched the Bourne series yet?
Oh yeah. Treadstone.
Yeah, that's a good series too.
And have you watched The Man in the High Castle?
Started to.
Yeah. That's a good series. I really enjoyed that series. But
also, like, I've been like just watching movies basically all week. 22 Jump Street, funny movie.
Yeah.
She's Out of My League.
That's another good one.
That's another good one.
Solid.
Like, it's basically just like I pick a comedy movie to watch because like I don't want to watch like a long epic. I just want to watch something that's like an hour and 45 minutes.
Hey, being by yourself, you definitely don't want to watch a horror movie. You're gonna be up all night.
No, man, no. I already sometimes a couple nights this week I've been like kind of like creeped out because like I hear my neighbor's car door slamming. Oh. I hear the car door slamming, and I think, is there somebody in the house?
When I was young, I lived at my old house, and I'd watched. My parents were gone on vacation, so we had a babysitter, and I forgot what movie we watched, but I was already tripping out over that, so I went to bed, and my bed was in line with the door, and it looked down the stairs towards the front door. Or the front windows in our living room. Yeah. And I saw somebody go by the fucking front windows at 1 a.m. when I randomly woke up, and I never recovered from that. And I was like, since then I haven't been able to look through the windows at night.
No, I can't watch, like, that's why I'm not into scary movies at all. Because then I'm just like, I watch them, I think about them, and then like if I do watch a scary movie, I have to watch like a comedy right after. It's usually like Family Guy or like Futurama.
I'm like complete opposite. I'm like. Like I'll watch the first Saw movie and then I'll be like,
I was about to say Saw.
I'll watch the second Saw movie, then I'll watch the third one, then I'll watch all of them, and then I'm on Nightmare on Elm Street, then I'm on Friday the 13th, then
See, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street don't really bother me because they came out in like the 80s where visual effects weren't like as they are now.
Yeah, but what about Blair Witch? That had no effects to it.
Yeah, that was literally do with a video camera. That was Paranormal Activity before Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's true. But no,
I don't even see faces.
Yeah, no, literally.
No, like
that movie still freaks me out to this day. I still remember that scene when he pans the camera and it has a light on, and it's her just standing in the corner in that fucking basement, and I'm just like, no. I know what's happening. I know what's coming.
There's this one thing that used to creep me out, and I don't know what it was. It was on a commercial. I was watching the Space Channel, and it was on a commercial, and it was a promo for this movie or series, I don't know, but there was this line and it creeps me out to this day. I'm like, Eleanor, where are you, Eleanor? I'm like, fuck, Snow, change it. I don't know where it's from, but it's either from a movie or a TV series.
I never watched the movie because I refused to watch it because I seen one scene from it, and it's literally just this scene where the camera comes and the lights going and he's yelling this girl's name, and then it stops.
What movie?
I don't know what the fuck it was called. But you literally just see this girl getting eaten by this fucking demon looking thing, and it's just like eating her like a snake, and it's just fucked. Because it's all done with like practical effects. and it just freaks me the fuck out. And I want to watch the movie, but I'm like, I need to watch it at like noon on a weekday.
Only the sunniest of days.
All the freaking windows open and all the lights shone.
Actually, one of the first horror movies I actually watched and actually like wanted to watch was The Others with Nicole Kidman and like
The Others. Oh, what the fuck is that woman? Oh, what is that movie? Oh my god.
You find out at the end they're all ghosts that living in the house.
I think I've seen that.
There's a twist. There's a twist ending where so Nicole Kidman moves into this house with her family, and her dad, and the dad is not there for because he's in the well, you don't know why he's there at first, but then you find out he's in the military, so he's gone away on assignment, and so they're in this house, and the house has housekeepers. But you find out that the housekeepers are actually like ghosts. So
it's literally like Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion, just not scary. Or just scary.
No, yeah, basically. Okay. And you figure out these housekeepers are ghosts, and these housekeepers' mission is to make this family realize they're dead. Like,
because so they're like the purgatory, kind of like
because they're
trying to get them through.
Yeah, because the twist ending of the movie is that family that moved into that house are dead. They're ghosts. That house they moved into was the house they died in years ago. Like, yeah. And like they died because the mother went crazy
and killed everybody.
Nice. Because their father, who was away on assignment, like died during the war. So, and then the mother kind of went crazy and killed her kids and then killed herself. And
so they all the spirits were in the back of the house.
And like, and then like and she also like killed the house people and everything. And like, you don't figure this out until like near the end of the movie when these kids discover a gravesite.
Yeah, it's theirs.
Yeah. And then there's some clues where they think the house is haunted. They think the kids think the house is haunted. The Nicole Kidman's character thinks the house is haunted. So so they hire this medium, and then she's going on and saying, "Oh yeah, there's kids that died here," and she's talking about their death. She's talking about how
these kids don't realize they're ghosts.
No, not at all.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman's character obviously is hiding all that, or does she not know?
She doesn't know either.
She probably doesn't remember.
Because she doesn't remember.
Or is this like a reincarnation thing where they come back as somebody else?
No, they just no. They were always these people. They just never realized. Actually, I think more of the twist is like there's another family that lives in that house now, and I feel like I'm missing part of it because it sounds very confusing, but I think there's another family that lives in that house.
What's the movie?
That's being haunted. The Others. There's another family that lives in that house being haunted by Nicole Kidman's character, and it's from the perspective of the ghosts and not the people, and that's why you don't realize.
They're from 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they give that a watch at some point.
It's kind of.
I might have to.
It's kind of good. It's kind of good. There's not too many scary scenes. Actually,
I love horror movies, so I'm down for that.
Actually, I remember my sister not taking me to Pirates of the Caribbean because she thought it was a horror movie. Because one of the promos of Pirates of the Caribbean were skeletons walking underwater, and she thought it would be too scary for me.
No.
Yeah, no.
Also, I want to point out that Jane Silent Bob reboot is on Prime.
I've been looking for it, and I've been
I just seen it. It's literally on Prime. I just added it to my list.
Fuck yeah,
it's on Prime.
We need to watch that.
We do. Yeah, no, I've been looking for it because every time I follow Kevin Smith on Instagram, and he's been constantly like, Jay and Silent Bob reboot on Amazon Prime. Jay and Silent Bob reboot on Amazon Prime.
And just got it added or something.
And I've been looking for it and looking for it and looking.
It wasn't on there for a while.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't been on there for a while. What else? Movies, basically. I watched Bad Neighbors 1 and 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
those are okay movies. Like they're like. Seth Rogen's great.
Seth Rogen's funny.
He's great.
I also watched Superbad too.
McLovin, man.
McLovin. I knew a guy a couple years ago, and that was his high school nickname. McLovin. Because he fucked a cheeseburger.
He's McLovin it. Oh, that's gross.
But yeah, no. But no, I watched that because I was like, Bad Neighbors. I haven't seen that movie in a while. And Zac Efron is a hilarious actor.
He's a weirdly good actor.
He's super funny.
Yeah.
I watched Dirty Grandpa today.
It's a great movie. Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, please. Yeah, that has some hot Aubrey Plaza scenes in it.
She's definitely like a small crush.
I just remember like the one scene where Zac Efron kind of walks in and his grandpa's jerking off, and it's just like and his grandpa's like, so what? You caught me doing a number 3, and he's like, number 3? Wait, what?
It's fucking great.
Yeah. What have you guys been up to this week?
Not much for me besides watching that Hunter show. Caught up on some anime, played a lot of World of Warcraft. That's pretty much been about it. I watched a guy play Resident Evil 3 for like 8 hours yesterday on Twitch.
Wow.
That's pretty much about it. I haven't really been doing much because like this week has just been, I was off Monday. I only worked Tuesday to Friday this week, so that was about my week. Work's just been like to the point where I'm just debating why the fuck I'm even going in.
Yeah,
because for the fact that like I would get 75% of my normal wage, which would be like more than I'm making now. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm really debating on just going on unemployment, but then we're still like busy-ish. We're in a weird limbo right now.
Well, like you're probably also in a weird limbo. It's like being not at work would be awesome right now, but then
it's not.
No, it's not.
I know. I was on unemployment for like 6 months.
Like my job. Like I work with violent students, and right now I would rather get like things thrown at and things. Because it's just something. It just makes your day go by quicker.
Well, too, it's not like you're off work and able to do a whole wealth of things. No, you're off work so you can stay home, basically, like isolated.
Yeah.
So, in a way, it was funner being at work than it. Like after a while, sitting in front of a TV or doing whatever, it does get a little bit like. Well, especially when it's nice out, like we had yesterday for 14 Celsius.
All I could think of yesterday was like literally just coming over here right after work and just sitting in the garage drinking beers all night. Like
I wanted to, man. I was thinking about beers.
So goddamn nice. Or tomorrow would have been a perfect day to have the pool, but like no one's like, well, obviously our pool isn't open, but also we can't really have people over, so it's just like
Or like we're gonna get somebody to call 311, like
or it was so nice. So yesterday, like I was really thinking about going to fucking like if it would have been today, yesterday, like with this quarantine thing going on, like I would like to go to the Eager Beaver, check it out.
Yeah,
a really nice outdoor patio.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like that would be nice. Sit down, have a few beers, like it would have been a perfect day for it.
I've been trying to make sure every day that I'm outside for at least half of it. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to. I come home. You know, I'm home in the morning. I'll come back home at night, but like I'm going to lose it if I stay at home any more than that. Like I can't.
The day started getting long for me when I finished rewatching How I Met Your Mother on Netflix.
Yeah,
and like even my brother-in-law was like, "You're on like season 9, and we just finished week 1 of this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
I do want to say like. With me going out and stuff like that, I'm not actually interacting with anybody.
So, no,
I'm isolating with myself.
Yeah.
Or I'm walking. You know, if you're walking near somebody, go around them.
Yeah, and that's why we're still doing this podcast and stuff, because we don't interact with anybody on a regular basis.
No. And we're sitting distance.
Yeah.
So
Brad hasn't left his house in 3 weeks. Bill's been in his car for 3 weeks. And I have been going back and forth from work, but my work is me.
And you have the same truck every
Well, I did leave my house this week. I did leave my house this week, and that's because I needed to go to the grocery store for milk.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Yeah. So the thing is, even with me, like, it's I'm interacting with some people, like, but it's restaurant people who If they're sick, they go home. They don't go to work.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down everything if anybody gets sick in their facility. So it's not like I'm interacting with people who could possibly have it. No, nobody I'm interacting with.
Because I know a lot of people who it's detrimental that they don't get this. Like my grandmother, but also my employer, and I'm taking all precautions too. Like this is the one time I think that
my mom is calling this is our World War II. This is
World War III.
The Ontario Public Health just put out this might go till 2022 now, which seems a bit much.
No, that seems a bit much because they're already developing the vaccine. They're already doing testing with certain vaccines. They're already trying.
If they came out with it tomorrow, it would be another 3 months, but not 2 years.
No.
But I think a lot of it is just like prepare people for the worst, even though it won't happen. But at the same time, that's why, Ford has even said he's not going to release certain aspects of this because he knows it would just create fear.
Oh yeah, 100% it would, and that is the truth of it, right? They can only release so much information about it because if they keep releasing more and more, people are just going to panic more and more, which just isn't good.
No, you need to
just stay away from most people. Keep a distance. Wash your hands. It's literally all you have to do.
I got a thing of Lysol wipes in my car. Every time I get back in the car, I disinfect everything.
Yeah, same with me. Whenever I get back in my truck at work, I have a big ass bottle of fucking hand sanitizer. Like, as soon as I get in my truck, even if I'm the only one driving my truck, as soon as I get in my truck, I slap some hand sanitizer
being in the seat.
I slap hand sanitizer on it, like right in the morning. I cover fucking my steering wheel. Everywhere I'm touching, I'm just covering.
Derek's just rolling around that hand sanitizer.
honestly, yeah. Like
diving into a pool of hand sanitizer like Scrooge McDuck.
Anytime I'm interacting with any of my customers, it's as soon as I'm in my truck, I'm sanitizing my hands.
Yeah.
Like it's not touching my face, not doing any of that. And I mean, like doctors have been saying, because I was listening to 99.1, which is the CHCH, whatever the hell it is, like news thing from Toronto.
Yeah.
They had a doctor on. He was saying, the thing is, it spreads. The only way it can enter your body is through your mouth, your eyes, and your nose.
Anybody's faces get really itchy. We're saying don't touch your face.
My face has been really itchy lately ever since I couldn't touch it.
You can touch it. It's just you have to wash your hands.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Yeah. And that's the thing people understand. Like, it's you can still go out and you can still do certain things. Just number one, keep your distance to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like walking past someone on the street and fucking immediately go to the other side of the street. You don't have to do that.
Just don't bump arms. Like
not even just that. Just don't be touching your face. That's all people don't have to do. It enters your body through your mouth and your eyes.
Yeah.
Which the only way it can is if you're taking your hands and going and just doing that. Like that's the only way it's going to happen. I did that because my hands are clean. But that's the only way it's going to happen.
Sanitize your hands, kids.
Well, that's what people have to do, and that's what people are just starting doing.
Smokey the Bear says.
People just starting doing. Like I literally had a fucking guy today at I gotta say the bar's name, but it's in Thorold, and the guy. I literally had to look at the guy and goes, "Okay, what did you just do?" He goes, "What?" I go, "You just literally licked your fucking fingers and you're touching the fucking paper as you're about to give it to me. Really, dude?" Like, he goes, "Oh, it's just a habit." I
think you're looking good.
I don't care if it's a chip; it's a fucking habit. You need to stop.
I reject these papers.
I go, 'cause it's like, I made him put him in a plastic fucking bag. I'm not fucking touching these. Fuck off. Like,
yeah,
no, it's
like he's like, "Well, it's a habit." I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's a habit. You not realize what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you have it or not. You could have it. You might not know if you have it. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows.
The world is going to change.
Don't lick shit.
The world is going to change after it's done, and like not in a big way, but in a small way. Like it's going to be something similar to like after 9/11, taking your shoes off at the airport, security, and like it's going to be something similar to that.
Yeah, people wash their fucking hands.
Like I think we're going to see a lot of sneeze guards at Avondale's and grocery stores now.
The thing is about that though. I found like those should have been there a long time ago.
Well, like, in bigger cities where more crime is, that they have there. They already have them,
yeah.
But
for some reason we just get them down here now, and it's like, well, I understand it's not a lot of crime, but for if somebody comes in sick, for like the person who's behind the cash, like be nice to have that there. Because all we have here, like, it's not like it's a big, like, covering the entire fucking thing. It's just this thing. It's a big plastic piece that goes in front, and you can still hand stuff underneath. Like,
though it is annoying trying to, like, they hand you something and you, like, accidentally punch the.
I've literally never done that.
7-Eleven now.
No.
They have to pour your Slurpee for you. You prepay. They've got it all blocked off so the public can't get in there.
Oh shit.
And you pay for what you want, and they go pour it. Like, what do you want?
Oh, you know Domino's in the lane there?
Yeah.
Because I had to deliver the Niagara Sub Shower beside it today.
Yeah.
So I walked into the corner store to get smokes. I walked back outside. I'm walking past and I'm like, wait a second. I look inside. Their entire thing is like cordoned off. There's a hole about this fucking big on their counter. Put shit through, and that's it. Everything else is like plastic off.
Really?
And like this like dark blue, so you can't even see through it. It's hilarious.
Well, it's Timmy. Sometimes when you go through the drive-thru, they'll lift it up just enough to get their arm through to hand you the debit machine. So this is.
Yeah, I've never even had that. Literally, I had like the girls like literally just open the fucking thing, just I just tap it. All right, good.
This is in Brampton, but all the other ones are like what you just said. But
yeah,
she opened up the door just enough to fucking put the debit machine through. Like really, and she was holding it, so like she wanted me to reach over and press it. I'm like, I can't see. You have to pass it to me. It was covered in saran wrap.
I didn't even encounter any of those yet, but like,
yeah, I got it Brampton.
The thing is, as long as people are like consciously doing normal things like washing your hands.
I do that a dozen times a day now.
That's I did it before anyways because I work with money and checks and shit like that. I've always had hand sanitizer in my truck and I've always used it, so like it hasn't changed. Yeah. Literally, for me, I think I might use a little more now, but otherwise, I'm still using it after I'm touching money and shit. I'm touching checks, like.
Because that $5 bill could have been in a stripper's ass, and you don't know if she was hot or not.
Exactly.
If she was hot,
then whatever.
It could have been somewhere the downer.
Could have been big Bertha or something.
It could have been the downer at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. You know those people. You know those girls aren't.
You just really never know.
It's not the downer at like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or 1 a.m. or 12. It's those strippers that like, oh, it's lunchtime, time to strip. Like those 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
The lunchtime strippers that come on with the lunchtime playlist. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
Bill, share about your week. That's some very good precision there. Hand-eye coordination.
Didn't even spill.
Look at that go.
I worked one day this week.
You worked this week?
Well, I did my flight.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Collingwood and Peterborough. So I got up in the air at least, and I'm on my own in that.
Yeah.
So
do you want something?
Excuse me.
I would like the Coca-Cola. Thank you.
Nothing like some Coke on a Friday night, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola, goddammit.
But other than that,
sorry to interrupt. That reminds me of the time when I was in grade 9. I'm like, oh yeah, I just had some Coke before this class, and they're like, looked at me. All the kids in my class looked at me. It's like,
cola. Like they know what white Coke is. But no, other than that, I've just been driving around. I've been, getting out and
not going insane.
Try not to go insane. I can't sit in front of a TV. I just can't. Too
much.
No, it's all around the rim.
Oh no!
So I went to take a sip and it's just like all whiskey. And I'm like,
I can do some photo editing after dinner or whatever, but I can't sit in front of a screen for more than an hour. I just start to get really restless and
you're not like me where I can sit in front of the computer for hours on end.
Yeah,
I got home at 2 p.m. I didn't get off my computer till 1 a.m.
Jesus,
like I was just sitting there watching. I was literally watching somebody else play video games. That's the fucked up part about it. See, I wasn't even playing video games. I was watching somebody else play video games.
The part that is driving me nuts right now is like my shows are delayed because of this.
Yeah.
So like on a Thursday night, I would get a new episode of Riverdale, get a new episode of The Flash. I'll have something to watch on a Thursday. Now I don't until end of April.
Yeah.
So the days I look forward to are like Wednesdays because Survivor's on.
Did you hear the new Top Gun's delayed?
Oh no!
Oh darn, Tom Cruise.
Damn. A movie that never needed a sequel.
Highway to the Quarantine.
Top Gun's delayed. There's a lot of delays.
Pretty much everything that you thought.
Video games are also delayed. Like there was one that was just like
stuff could still
like Last of Us 2 is delayed indefinitely. There's a video game they were talking about. There was a video game they were talking about.
Get to it.
Continue. There was a video game they were talking about.
That's right.
that like fans are saying like don't delay this. Don't delay this.
Final Fantasy.
No, I don't think it's Final Fantasy.
That'd be the only one I can think of because there's not really much else coming out.
What was
and
it?
Everything else that is coming out has already been delayed. Like, if besides Final Fantasy, I don't know what it could be.
I saw it and then like the headline was "Fans will riot if this is delayed," and it's like
I'm honestly just assuming it's Final Fantasy because Resident Evil 3 came out today. People were waiting for that one.
Yeah.
Last of Us delayed indefinitely. Cyberpunk's delayed. Pretty much everything's delayed. Like.
Yeah. I forget. Yeah. The Last of Us 2 indefinitely delayed. I forget what it was. I can't find it now.
Okay.
But yeah, and yeah.
It's a lot of things that we won't be able to watch for a while.
It's gonna be a drought. It's gonna be.
Like, I was really looking forward to the new Wonder Woman movie. Like,
yeah, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, who was supposed to be in that?
Kate McKinnon was supposed to be Cheetah.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman nemesis. Chris Pine was going to be back.
Yeah.
And also, did you know that if the DCEU ended up taking off, guess what would have been released today?
No.
Cyborg. The Cyborg movie would have been released today if the DCEU took off.
Yeah, but would they? The thing is, like with that though, would they have decided to be like, okay, we'll do the backstory of the Cyborg that we did the backstory of in
League?
Yeah.
I don't think they would have gone that route.
So then why the fuck did they make any of these movies? Because like everything's being
because it's something that people will pay for the time being. It's present day revenue.
Which is the stupidest part about it. Because like they're literally killing all the canon in those movies.
But it would have been released today if the DCU took off.
Now Amber Heard's gone from Aquaman 2. So, because her and Johnny Depp apparently got in a fight, and he threw a bottle at her, and she threw a bottle at his hand and cut his hand open. When she's apparently crazy. So
apparently,
yeah.
Jesus God.
So she got kicked off the movie.
Who did she play in Aquaman again?
The redhead.
Oh, well, Tula?
Yeah.
Is it Tula? Yeah, that's kind of that's Aquaman's main girl. You can't.
That's what I mean. So that entire first movie is now not canon.
Oh, you could still make it canon. You could just be like, base it in a couple years have passed and be like,
she got a boob job.
She got a facelift. There you go.
It's weird.
Yeah. Shall we dive into some news?
I mean, is there much news this week?
Well, Hobbs and Shaw 2 has been confirmed, which we all knew was coming.
I mean, I didn't really know it was coming. I didn't really think they needed another one, but whatever.
But like, money, but also they set it up for a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne Johnson recently took to Instagram to hold a live Q&A session. So this is coming from the words of Dwayne Johnson with some of his fans during the period of self-isolation and social distancing. During the chat, the subject of a possible sequel to Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw came up. Johnson revealed they are developing the next entry currently, and they are currently looking to put together the creative team. We had previously heard that conversations were taking place and that a sequel was possible, but this is truly the most definitive confirmation that has come about. One of the big questions was the identity of the director, which kind of was set up in the first one.
Yeah.
Who we only heard as a disembodied voice. It seems likely that would be explored in the second one. Universal Pictures recently had to delay Fast 9 a full year until April 2021. And the studio is also planning Fast and Furious 10 as well. So it could be a while before this comes together, but certainly it's in the cards.
Are they doing 2 more Fast and Furious movies?
They're going to finish it off with 10.
But why? I thought 9 was supposed to finish it off.
No, 10. They're gonna do 2 more. They're possibly 3 more because they're possibly thinking about splitting 10 up into 2 parts. I know it's gonna be okay.
Just let it die.
It's gonna be okay.
It doesn't need to keep fucking going.
No,
Just
I agree with you. I agree with you. Like John Cena, Dom's brother, Han alive. What the?
Literally,
freaking crack.
Fuck you. Like Han should not be alive. There's no reason for him to be alive. He died at the end of Tokyo Drift.
Also, with Han being alive, that kind of negates Sean's story.
It literally negates that entire fucking movie. Because if he's alive, what happened at the end of that movie? Because unless they show that in the movie, like him somehow escaping the car, which we know he didn't do, because the whole scene is him flipping the car over, and then you see him in the car, and Sean runs towards him, and you're still seeing Han in the car, and then the car explodes.
Kaboom.
So here's the thing: if you would have walked in and been like horribly disfigured or something like that, I'd have been like, shit, he fucking survived. Cool. But he walked in and looks the entirely the fucking same. Like, whatever.
Hi guys.
I was in a car explosion with fucking high test fuel in it, but I'm fine.
Isn't that how it usually works in the movies, though?
Yeah.
Like it drives me up the wall.
They have to acknowledge it in Fast 9. If they don't,
like, look, part of his scalp is missing. Okay, yeah, like whatever.
That's what I mean. If he literally walked in was like missing an eyeball or like half an arm,
that's like
I kind of understand.
Remember, that's like Aaron Eckhart's character, Harvey Dent, Two-Face. Like half his face is on fire because it got gasoline poured on it.
Yeah,
half his body is like missing. That's like saying,
and they removed it. You could see where it was all realistic.
That being like that Harvey Dent comeback scene at the end is like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I really hope they do end on Fast 9 or Fast 10 at least. Just let it die, please. Just let the franchise go away.
But like Hobbs and Shaw 2, I'm kind of stoked for, because there's 2 characters in that movie that were just in it for gags, and that's Ryan Reynolds' character, and Kevin Hart's was in it too. And Kevin Hart's just like the airport security guy.
No, he's an air marshal.
Yeah, he's the air marshal, and he just comes in and he's like,
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, like
the booster seat.
Dwayne Johnson's character Hobbs is talking with Jason Statham's character, and they're all talking, and they're getting into an argument on the plane, and then Kevin Hart's character pops up and is like, "Hey guys, keep it down." Like.
Meanwhile, it's Kevin Hart going up to The Rock and Jason Statham, and it's just like, what are you gonna do, little buddy?
Yeah, keep it down.
Yeah, and then Ryan Reynolds just literally plays Ryan Reynolds.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. So, he doesn't even play a character in the movie. He's just playing Ryan Reynolds. Like,
is that Ryan Reynolds? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
that's what they should do for him in movies from now on. Like, don't even name anything else. Just let him just use his name, because it'd just be funnier.
Which we could see Ryan Reynolds cameos in the future MCU movies now. Just have Deadpool kind of pop up in the future MCU movies instead of Stan Lee.
Oh my god, that would be great. Just random cameos of Deadpool throw those movies instead of Stan Lee. Oh my god, that
he's in line at the grocery store. Like.
Yeah, I never even thought of that.
Or like an explosion happens behind him. And he's like, "What the fuck? You're kidding?"
He's like scratching a line or taking explosions.
Keep it down over there.
Kind of busy here.
Free play.
Yeah. But that's a rumor.
That would be fantastic.
There's a Netflix Resident Evil series in limbo.
Yeah, I heard about that, and then the Monster Hunter one, I didn't know was actually done. I thought they were still.
I thought it was still in production.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So during an interview with Deadline, Constantine film boss Martin Moskowitz revealed that Netflix Resident Evil series is currently in limbo, as the series was meant to start in June but they now are in discussion with the streamer over when to schedule the series. Meanwhile, the Mila Jovovich-led Monster Hunter movie adaptation has been completed.
Yeah.
Regarding the Monster Hunter project, Moskowitz says they are still set for a September worldwide release, and they are delivering it this week. News about a Resident Evil television series set up at Netflix dropped in January of 2019, with plans to expand upon the Resident Evil cinematic universe. With new stories already set to be established, the series, like the films, is based on the Capcom's hugely popular video game series. The Monster Hunter series consists of action role-playing games where players and their friends work together to take down a larger-than-life beast in a living, breathing ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Such a fun game.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
Yeah.
You wouldn't enjoy it.
Probably not.
No. No, honestly, no, and it's just due to the fact that it's an RPG MMO, basically.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of grinding, a lot of doing the same thing repetitively, a lot of going on quests and doing stuff, but like it's just also very much so a like min-max game where you want certain pieces of gear and you have to grind out this one boss for like 100 fucking times and just keep doing that over and over and over again until you get all the crafting materials you need.
How do you feel about the upcoming Resident Evil series being based in the same cinematic universe as the movies?
I think it's stupid. I don't think they needed to do a TV series for Resident Evil. They already killed it enough with the fucking movies. They could do it. I don't know much about Resident Evil. The thing is, if they're doing this TV show and it's not going to be based on the video games and like closely based on the video games, then it's completely useless because the movies like left the script of the games behind completely. Yeah, and went off and decided to do their own fucking thing.
Because like Mila Jovovich's character in the movies is not an actual character.
No, she's literally had nothing to do with the games. Literally absolutely nothing. Hey, something stuck in my throat.
Got the Rona?
No. Yeah, probably.
My Corona.
But if this show doesn't follow any sort of script or some sort of influence from the games, like the movies had some of the boss enemies from the games, like Nemesis and shit. But they didn't really have the same feel that the games have, which they're supposed to be horror. Yeah. It's supposed to be a horror franchise, is what it is. Yeah. It's not her flying around, shooting guns, and riding motorcycles. No, it's them being in this basically post-apocalyptic world, trying to fucking survive, find people, and not fucking die from this virus, or get eaten by zombies, or killed by Nemesis. Nemesis is literally the most terrifying thing on the face of the planet because he literally never dies and cannot be killed, except for that Resident Evil 3, but that doesn't count. But he is actually dead. But anyways, but if they're gonna, depending on which game they're gonna follow, if they're gonna just kind of follow the whole games franchise, I think it'll be good. But otherwise, if they go off and try to do their own thing like the movies did, it's just gonna flop.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
I think it's gonna flop because video game series. How was the Castlevania series on Netflix, by the way?
Castlevania is fantastic. Yeah? Oh, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And you can't really say that because The Witcher. The Witcher is also a video game series.
But based off books based off a video game. Yeah. So, but I think they're taking more from the books than the game.
Oh, yeah. They took a lot more from the books than they did the games.
Which I really want to read. I really want to read those books.
They're apparently really good. I haven't read them, but apparently really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like softcore porn, apparently.
I can from the show, I can kind of get that.
Yeah. Jennifer's hot.
Jennifer's hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Bill knows.
And like, even though like, who's his kid?
Not actually his kid.
Like, it's not his kid, but
that's Siri. But
like, if
she ends up growing up and like
becomes hot. There's
no will they, won't they?
That always works out that way. Yeah. It's always the
But like it also it's also kind of a will they won't they thing because like she turns like 18 eventually, but he's also like 100 and something, so because he doesn't really die.
Or 82 years difference. Who cares?
He doesn't really die or age, so
yeah,
he's semi-immortal. Like he'll eventually die, but it takes a very long time because he's pretty well half demon-ish. It's a weird thing.
Couple thousand years.
It's weird. Yeah,
but good series though.
Fantastic series. Yeah, but that just shows like if you really go and take from the source material, you can make something really good.
Mm-hmm.
So if Resident Evil does that, because they have a lot of source material, there's a lot of games, there's a lot of lore books, there's a lot of shit for it. If they do that, then we're good.
Who is the main character in the Resident Evil series again?
Depends which Resident Evil you're talking about, because there's like 8 games, and they all pretty well.
Let's say
they all have like Jill and Leon. Would be the main 2.
Okay, so
yeah.
So let's say they did the series about Leon,
and there's also Carlos and Tyler.
Well. Chances are they're not going to do the series about Carlos.
No, it'll probably end up being Leon and Jill, more than likely. I had to guess, just because those are the 2 main ones that most people know. If you know anything, if you know about any of the game series, those are the 2. Mm-hmm. Those are not like usually the 2 people. Two people would know.
Like I know Leon because I used to watch this series before YouTube was a thing, and it was called Decline of Video Gaming. Yeah, and they would just make fun of video games.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, the new Final Fantasy series is out, and he pulls the game out, but it just keeps going. It's like it's XVIII.
Well, literally, they literally had 10-1, 10-2. I think they might have had 10-3 for not really any reason.
Yeah,
those games are stupid. I hate those games.
Never understood that logic.
No,
and then like there's like a scene where it's like Grand Theft Auto traffic jam, and you used to see the character like sitting in traffic. Come on, you guys, move it! Like,
yeah. If they pull enough from the source material and whatnot, it should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's almost like a metaphor for where the series is going. It's stuck in traffic.
That's what everything is right now.
Yeah,
everything is just stuck right now.
Like everything is being pushed to 2021.
Yeah, at least.
But like.
Might be giving themselves breathing room. Like they might be.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because like even now, like even Comic-Con Niagara Falls still isn't canceled. They're still going on in September.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They still haven't canceled their event. They're still going.
I know this TV show Survivor has delayed production for the next season because of this, and so we might not like fans of
over 5. So.
Fans of the show might not get another Survivor until January 2021.
Damn.
You've
only had 2 seasons every year for 20 fucking years.
But this might be this might be a good break for.
Yeah, I think so.
This might be a good break for the show, and like because right now they're doing season 40 winners at war. They're all
That's what I mean. Oh no, they're gonna miss a fucking season.
Oh no.
Holy shit. They've had 40 fucking seasons in 20 years.
I never thought I'd hear a season 40. Like,
well, Simpsons is getting close.
Yeah, they're not there yet.
No, not quite.
But so this might give a good breathing room for the series. It's like, okay, like they're doing their big milestone season right now. Let's give them a breath of fresh air for a bit.
Yeah, just do what Doctor Who did.
And then do season 41 in January.
Take a few years off, come back, do a movie, take another few years off, come back, do another movie. Also do that for about 30 years and come back in the early 2000s.
Also, fans of Community are still wishing for 6 seasons in a movie. They have the 6 seasons now. Where's the movie?
Yeah,
it's all their seasons are on Netflix now.
Well, they've been on Netflix for a while.
No, but they just came back to Netflix.
Yeah, I know, but they were on there originally for like the longest time. That's where I originally watched it.
Yeah, I have the DVDs.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. Like, since they killed off
Pierce?
Pierce.
Chevy Chase, yeah.
Yeah, like I only knew who it was. I couldn't remember the name. I always fucking forget it.
That's where that show really declined.
Yeah, like is this movie gonna be have Pierce in it or?
Well, it's not even a movie at all.
No,
that's something they always said in the show. 6 seasons in the movie. That's something Abed made up in season 1.
Yeah, 6 seasons in the movie.
I was wondering if they did do it. Like they'd have to bring Pierce back because like no way I'm fucking. I stopped watching once they killed him off.
They wouldn't bring Chevy Chase back
because of him being racist.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he.
So the movie's already basically halted anyways. Like,
well, there was no
movie.
There was no movie. This is.
No, I know, but if it ever happened,
yeah,
like,
if
the chances of it ever happening.
Yeah, it would. Unfortunately,
Yeah, no.
It's a shame because I love a Community movie.
I would love to see Alison Brie. I mean, she's very talented. I'd love to see her act. Yes, I'm going to stick with that statement.
Let me just daydream about Alison Brie for a second.
Yeah, too late.
Daydream.
And Jillian Jacobs.
But like, if they were to come back and do a movie, it really wouldn't be the same with Chevy Chase because like they killed him off season 4.
Yeah,
and
after season 3. Season 3 was his last season.
Yeah, and then season 4, 5, 6.
No, sorry. Season 4 was his last season.
That's what I mean. So they killed him at the end of the 4th season. So 5 and 6 were without him, and and they weren't. They weren't as funny, you know.
Because Chevy Chase, despite his old man racism and his being an asshole, he's a really funny man.
Yeah.
But maybe I need... Okay.
Look over here.
I'm gonna say this, and maybe I'm wrong for saying it, but yes, he was racist, and yes, racism is wrong. But if it's in a if it's not affecting the show negatively, if he's still, acting well and he's still doing his thing in the show, just fucking leave him. Everybody's racist at one point in their life.
Everybody's racist in general. It's not even a matter of anybody at one point. Everybody's racist.
I think he made racist comments to Donald Glover to his face, aka Childish Gambino, and
he's a big boy. He can take it.
That Nicole Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
she was Shirley. Yeah,
I didn't like her.
No, I didn't.
I didn't find her to be that good of an actor. I just didn't like her delivery of lines and her comedy of it. I did not enjoy her in the show. Like,
but it didn't change my idea of the show. Mm-mm. I just wasn't like, I only want to see the episodes.
If she wasn't in the show, like,
no difference.
Literally no difference. The show would have been completely the same.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But without Chevy Chase in it, the show was completely different in season 5 and 6. Like, it was just not as good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just...
And we say that based on the fact that it's Chevy Chase. Like, he's one of the legends of,
He's a legend of comedy.
And this isn't, like, saying, like, because he's a man or whatever. It's who he is. His history.
He's a legend. National Lampoon's...
Yes, he's an asshole, but...
Mount Rushmore of, like, not even comedians, just comedy stars of comedy movies. Mount Rushmore... If you would have to think of a name, it would be Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase would probably be on that Mount Rushmore.
Oh, 100%. Like, as far as comedy goes, I would put
actors. Like, not so much comedians, because...
Comedy actors, I would put Chevy Chase, him up there. For me personally, I would put Jim Carrey up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Chevy Chase, Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell.
Robin Williams.
Those
would be the 4 up there.
Yeah.
Like, as far as legends go, in that space, that would be 4 up there. I was thinking Bill Murray over Jim Carrey, but I'm like, well, Bill Murray hasn't really done many comedy movies. It's mostly been dramas ish,
like his
dramedies more.
One of Bill Murray's biggest was obviously Caddyshack, but
Caddyshack and Stripes.
He was overwhelmed by Rodney Dangerfield and that. Like, his character was so underappreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield.
Mm-hmm. Some other news here. The Superman and Lois TV show is the latest TV show to come out of the Arrowverse. Yeah. And they're recasting for that show. The Arrowverse is recasting a major Supergirl role for the upcoming Superman and Lois spinoff as the cast keeps expanding. Deadline is reporting Nip Tuck. Nip Tuck? Anybody
never heard of that, but I'm pretty sure that's some sort of surgical thing. Nip and tuck.
So Deadline is reporting Nip Tuck veteran Dylan Walsh has joined Superman and Lois as a series regular in the role of Sam Lane. Now, Warner Brothers TV and the CW describes the character as a workaholic U.S. Army general who does everything he can to protect the world from any threats, whether it comes from off Earth or on. Sam expects perfection from everyone who's in his life. So there's some Arrowverse news for you guys.
I didn't know they were doing that show. I think we talked about this before, that they said they were going to do this show. Yeah. Or I think we might have speculated on them doing this kind of show.
They were going to do the show.
I don't think it was confirmed though. I think we had talked about it.
We talked about it
because there was that Lois and Clark TV show back in the day.
Back in the day, Lois and Clark, yeah. But they were going to do it. They are going to do it because at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earth, at the end of the series, they kind of have 2 kids now, and Superman and Lois have 2 kids, and they're in Metropolis, and then they were setting up that show hardcore for pickup. They were setting it up because John Diggle's character is one of the in the main cast for the Arrow show, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm moving to Metropolis with my family. So there's that, and him becoming a Green Lantern at the end of that, and
Superman.
No, John Diggle's character from Arrow. Okay. He became a Green Lantern at the Arrow series finale. And
that's a good way to send him off because then he has to actually leave. So
and then so he's moving to Metropolis with his family, and the Superman and Lois TV show it's gonna be based around their kids, and I think they're gonna have John Cryer as Lex Luthor move over to Superman and Lois after he's done with Supergirl. I still can't watch Supergirl. I've tried many times. I can't watch it.
I literally only watched a few episodes because I thought she was attractive.
Melissa Benoist is I
didn't really find her acting overly.
She's a good actor.
She's an okay actor. I wouldn't say she's necessarily a good actor. She is
she's pretty.
she's not a bad actor by any stretch of the imagination, but she's not. She's not. I don't know how to really describe it. Just the way she delivers lines and stuff is just not very believable, and the way she says things makes it look like she's literally just reading off a piece of paper. Not much emotion behind it. There's not much going on behind it. Right?
I like Melissa Benoist as an actor. Yeah. Actually, I find it funny on how I've seen the Arrowverse lead actors, I've seen them in other things.
Yeah.
I mean, so Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen, was in an episode of Degrassi. That was that was probably his first acting role as a jock.
He's been in other things though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in other things, but he's been in Degrassi.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin as the Flash, Glee. Melissa Benoist got her start and got her big break in Glee. Like the Flash and Melissa Benoist got their big break in Glee.
People actually watch Glee.
Glee is a guilty pleasure show of mine. It's like, why am I watching this? But I like watching this.
I have guilty pleasure shows, and I'm not telling you either one of them.
Okay.
Because Glee's bad. The ones I watch are so much worse.
No,
it's the Vampire Diaries. I watch the Vampire Diaries. I love Vampire Diaries.
No, you know what? I don't judge because I have a soft spot for Glee. Like I got the first season has the music teacher. There's an episode in the first season where the music teacher's arch nemesis, from high school, is Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
And they have a sing off,
nemesis,
and they have a sing off of Dream On, and it's by Aerosmith, and I'm like, that's awesome. They really, and then the show kind of jumped the shark after Corey Monteith passed away from a drug overdose. But
I don't know who that is.
And that show jumped the shark, and I'm like, I can't stop watching it because I'm a completionist, damn it, and I need to complete watching this series.
Yeah.
Before we got off on our tangent, Superman and Lois getting a TV show.
Yeah.
Some more DC comic news. Titans season 3 is coming, and they're adding Barbara Gordon to the cast.
Yeah, but what are they adding her as?
Probably as Barbara, the Oracle or
Batgirl.
Or no, I don't think it's gonna be Batgirl. I think it's just gonna be Barbara Gordon.
Or didn't she play Catwoman too at some point?
No.
Who else she played? It was Batwoman and somebody else. Batgirl and somebody else, wasn't it?
No.
Did she play something else?
No. Barbara Gordon has only been Batgirl.
So is she coming in as Barbara Gordon or Batgirl then?
I think she will be Barbara Gordon. She might be Batgirl, might not. So beloved DC comic character Barbara Gordon is joining the Titans for the 3rd season premiere. No official start date has been announced, but fans are eager to know when their favorite young super team, will be returning for more adventures. Many are hoping the 3rd season will finally make good on the promise of the show's showing the Titans
good.
What?
The show being good?
Showing the Titans working together after 2 seasons of them struggling to assemble. The main story of Titan Season 3 is a mystery, while some lingering plot threads from Season 2 could shed some light on where the show will go. The DC comic villain, Blackfire, was seen arriving on Earth to end the season, likely looking for her sister Coriander. Fans are expecting an intense showdown between the two based on their relationship from the comics. So that's what are you trying to? Are you trying to do the touch your tongue to your nose thing?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, but yeah. So the Titan series is actually an okay series.
Don't say it's good. It's not good.
Season 2 is better than Season 1. Season 2 was better than Season 1. I will say that.
I still just can't watch it. Just for the fact that she's not fucking orange. Starfire is supposed to be orange. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care.
But what they set up at the end of Season 2, like Jason Todd,
that's all
going away from the Titans, kind of setting up. Is he going to be the Red Hood? I posted a Reddit thing about that. People agreed with me a while ago. Like, are they setting him up to be the Red Hood, which is Batman thought Jason Todd was dead because the Joker killed him, but turns out he wasn't dead. He was just
basically being brainwashed, kind of. Yeah.
Basically, Ra's al Ghul put him in the Lazarus pit, brought him back to life.
Yeah.
And now he's Red Hood, being very angsty and being like, Batman, why didn't you come look for me when Joker captured me? Why didn't you come look? And
I hope I would just be pissed off at the inconsistencies in this show. That just annoys me. I don't care about any of the actors. Any of them are not overly good, really. Mm-hmm. This is just my personal thing. I just don't find them overly good actors. And she's not orange. Starfire is supposed to be orange. Like, I will take this shit to my goddamn deathbed. She's supposed to be fucking orange. I don't care that she's black. She could be white. She could be albino. I don't care. But she's supposed to be orange.
I think they're just looking for some racial diversity.
Oh, 100%. That's exactly what it is.
But you're supposed to recreate it.
Somewhat at least close to it.
But they had some they have some racial diversity in the show. And that's the thing. Because Beast Boy is Asian.
That's the thing. They already have that. And also, he's supposed to be fucking green.
He turns green.
Kind of. Wow.
Raven?
Raven's supposed to be gray.
Raven?
Her skin's literally supposed to be gray.
They drew her gray.
Yeah.
She's just a goth.
A
pasty white goth girl. That's what Raven is.
She isn't even that in the show, though.
Yeah, she is.
I haven't watched it in a while, I don't remember.
She's a pasty white goth girl who can't control her powers.
Well, see, that part sounds about right.
She literally kills a girl's father. Yeah. Because but doesn't mean to, because the demon sneaks out of her, a demon sneaks out of her and just kills this girl's father.
If they just paint her orange, I'll be happy.
But season 2, they had Slade Wilson as the villain, and he Deathstroke, and they had a better Deathstroke than the actor that played him in the Arrowverse show.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or upsetting, I don't know.
Because Deathstroke was just kind of like a Captain America almost, where he had a procedure done on him to give him super abilities.
Yeah.
But then he just went insane with power. And then his son can control people by if his son kind of looks at you in a certain way, he would kind of take over your body.
That's creepy.
And before Slade killed his son by accident, he went into Slade Wilson's body. So it's kind of cool. It was kind of neat, and like I would love that Barbara Gordon's coming to the Titan series though, because there is gonna be a love triangle. If Barbara Gordon comes to the series, that means there's gonna be a love triangle.
Oh yeah, between Dick
Racing,
her Robin and Starfire.
So her Robin and Starfire. There's gonna be a love triangle, and there's gonna be like, I can just imagine it as like Dick Grayson having something on the side, like he doesn't like yeah, him and Starfire are hooking up, or like her coming in as like a jealous ex-girlfriend or something, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. More DC news, because the DC universe decided to like do some stuff this week. So there's an upcoming series.
Yeah.
Along with the Arrowverse, along with the Arrowverse, cool. There's along with the Arrowverse. There's, you know how the Crisis on Infinite Earths happened.
Yes.
And there's many universes. There's a show coming. It's called Stargirl. Not to be confused with the Stargirl series on Disney Plus. That's a totally different series. Mm-hmm. Stargirl is coming out.
Okay.
And it's coming out. It's another Arrowverse show. And it's going to have some cameos from The Flash and Green Lantern. However, it's not going to be Grant Gustin as The Flash. It's going to be a new Flash, and it's going to be it's going to be a Green Lantern. I'll explain why. So Stargirl will feature a couple cameos from The Flash and Green Lantern. What are you doing? Stop doing things. I'm reading.
I didn't mean to do things. I was just kind of...
Control Z.
I can't do that on my phone. Can I do this?
Stop doing things. I'm reading.
Oh, I can't do that. There you go. Come on, you're good.
Okay, so so the Flash and Green Lantern are cameoing on
pretty much.
The Flash and Green Lantern are cameoing on Stargirl.
He doesn't put out.
Pardon?
What?
Stargirl will feature a couple cameos from the Flash and Green Lantern in the first episode.
Yeah.
But these are the classic Justice Society of America members, and will only appear in the picture. The CW Stargirl stars Burke Basinger as Courtney Whitmore, a young teen who discovers a powerful staff and uses it to become a superhero. Stop.
You see that?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay.
Along with Courtney see, you're doing things.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Along with Courtney becoming Stargirl, the CW Stargirl. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I can't stop doing things, please. I can't read what I wrote.
You're good. You're good.
What I copied and pasted off the internet.
We did not plagiarize anything.
So the CW Stargirl, Burke Basinger as Courtney Whitmore, a young uses it to become a superhero, along with Courtney becoming Stargirl and forming a new JSA. Yeah, and forming a new JSA. The DC Comics show will also feature flashbacks to the JSA of the past. This team includes heroes like Hourman, played by Lou Ferrigno Jr., Wildcat, Brian Staff, and Dr. Midnight, Henry Thomas, as well as Starman by yours truly, Joel McHale.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's going to be in the series.
Nice. He hasn't been anything in a while.
No.
Missed him.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Yeah.
The first hero to wield the cosmic staff and whose sidekick, Stripesy. Stripsy?
I like Stripsy better.
AKA Pete Dugan, played by Luke Wilson.
That's
the brother of Owen Wilson.
That's Pat Dugan.
Did I say Pete?
You said Pete. It's P-A-T. I don't know how you got Pete out of that.
I don't know how I got Pete, but it's Pat Dugan, played by Luke Wilson, the brother of Owen Wilson, would later become Courtney's stepfather.
Nice.
In Stargirl's present, this version of the JSA has long since retired, but during a flashback to the past, a couple of JSA's most famous members make an appearance.
Okay.
Only in photographs. So Green Lantern and the Flash are spoken. They exist in the JSA. There's a picture of them in the first episode, and there's plans for them in future for things. But Jay Garrick and Alan But Jay Garrick and Alan Scott, to me, are always the elderly statesmen. They're big heroes of the JSA, and their shadow is very long, and they're great characters. They are a part of the original JSA, and their legacies will be felt through the show. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but yeah. So yeah, Justice League Society of America coming to TV finally. They've teased the JSA coming.
I just hope the Green Lantern's good, and they don't,
Oh, I know. I know 100% of what Green Lantern's going to look like.
Yeah.
He's not going to have the costume we know.
That's good.
He's going to have he's not going to have that like green suit. He's
an actual costume.
He's not going to have. He's going to have a cape. Because the JSA, do you know what the JSA version of the Green Lantern looks like?
No.
It's very much.
You don't have to show me. That's fine.
It's very much. So there's a cape. There's a green cape. He wears a green cape. That's all I'm saying. And that's basically.
Okay, as long as it's better than the animated crap they put on Ryan Reynolds, we're good.
Oh, I think it'll be better. I think it will be way better.
I mean, really anything's better than that. But then that's what I also said about the Fantastic Four movie. And I was very wrong. So wrong. But
yeah, it's gonna be way better because like they
say it's gonna be way better, but like we just don't know until we actually.
But like with the Green Arrow, the JSA Green Arrow suit.
Yeah,
it's the guy who's like wears red stuff and a cape.
Yeah,
and he wears a green cape and he has a ring and he's like kind of They're superheroes from the 50s, so their costumes are gonna like I don't really know.
Yeah, but see, it's from the 50s though. Yes, and that's the thing. But the Green Lantern is also not really. Time isn't really relevant to them, and their technology is way more advanced than anything.
Yeah.
So, if he, as long as his suit is not animated, we're good. As long as it is a practical suit that he actually puts on and it's not animated, we're good.
I don't think it's gonna be animated.
It better just not.
Look what they did with the Flash suit in the Flash series. It could be something like that.
That's what it should have been initially in the Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Well, they got married and had a beautiful child. Because they're beautiful people.
They are beautiful people.
I'm jealous.
Yes. Yes. No, but I'm kind of stoked for the because they teased the JSA. The JSA is in the Arrowverse because from Legends of Tomorrow, I think season 2, they had the JSA in it. They had Stargirl in it, and Our Man was played by the guy who plays Mike Ross.
I don't know much about the JSA. Mostly because I don't know much about DC in general.
The JSA were like the Justice League before the Justice League.
I gathered that because what did we watch that had them in it? Did we watch something that had them in it?
Justice League or the JSA?
The JSA.
Justice Society of I don't remember.
They like went back in time or whatever, or like forward in time, whatever the hell it was, and they went into like this warehouse where like it used to be, and then like it wasn't there. Then somebody was dead, and then like dude came out of nowhere. No, never mind. I'm thinking of Legend of Tomorrow.
Well, that's
the episode I'm thinking of.
That is the episode. But the JSA like had like Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, but there was also like other heroes like Our Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna play it like a modern times JSA with making them modern time heroes, or like I don't know how they're gonna play that because they're heroes from this golden age of comics.
It's gonna be different. I don't know.
It's gonna be different. You deleted some stuff.
No.
Well, you moved everything up, so now I'm just like, so the Simpsons aspect ratio is gonna be fixed. They're gonna fix that.
Disney was it never like just fixed initially? I thought that was the whole thing that was going to get fixed like right when Disney Plus came out, like a month after it was supposed to be fixed. Well, then it wasn't.
Well, they were going. It's like aspect ratio is going to be fixed. ... Eventually.
Did they actually say that?
I don't think they actually said that.
Oh, but that would be funny if they did.
Disney Plus will fix the Simpsons aspect ratio by the end of May. So
another 2 months. Cool.
So now The Simpsons is in its 31st season. The animated series still remains massively popular while continuing to keep things relevant with its often biting social commentary.
Yeah.
The House of Mouse initially said the aspect ratio issues with The Simpsons would be cleared up by early 2020.
Okay.
We're getting into mid 2020.
Yeah, we're April. So
April is second quarter.
Yeah.
Much time has
it is.
Much time has passed since then without any changes, but now, according to the tweet from the official Disney Plus Twitter account, all aspect ratios with The Simpsons' first 19 seasons will be fixed by the end of May. So a compromised aspect ratio is never a good thing, and in the case of The Simpsons, utilizing 16:9 instead of 4:3 on the older seasons will result in many of the comedy's rich visual gags being cut or altered.
Yeah, I don't know why this wasn't fixed like before they even put it up onto Disney Plus.
Yeah,
like this should have been something that was originally fixed, or just letterbox it. Something. They didn't even do that. I think they kind of stretched it out, didn't they?
Yeah, I still haven't clicked on The Simpsons yet on Disney Plus.
No, either way. I don't really care about The Simpsons. I definitely watched it when I was younger, but like
I just kind of like watching like the best of best of clips on YouTube, like the best of Chief Wiggum, the best of
like I mean even like South Park on Crave, and like all their seasons are on there. Yeah, it's on Crave, and like I debated on watching it, but also I'm kind of like, well, do I really want to watch the first 10 seasons of this show? Because they really weren't. They were good, but they weren't that good.
No,
they had like a few good episodes.
But if you already seen them, you can always start at the end of that. Like
that's the thing, right? I've seen those seasons so many times, so it's kind of like, do I really want to go back and watch those ones? Like, because there's a lot of episodes in there where they're literally just filler episodes. They're not good. They kind of just threw something together in a week, and we're like, here you go. Here's another episode of South Park.
Yeah,
they really had time on them.
No, like I love watching the best of Simpsons videos on YouTube.
Simpsons, like Family Guy,
best of Kearney. Take a memo in your Newton, beat up Martin. It's like eat up Martha, and he's like bah! Throws it, hits Martin in the head.
It worked.
I thought Kearney was dating your mom. Hey, she came on to me. Or like best of Chief Wiggum when he's like in the when he's in the bar and he's like, it's like, uh-oh, this looks bad. Time to pull off the old Wiggum charm. Perverts! Uh-oh. Really, pass the football.
You don't watch much TV, eh?
I watched The Simpsons for years, but Simpsons, Family Guy.
Yeah. I'm in danger.
Scrubs.
The best show you're not watching.
I never watched South. I tried to watch South Park.
Oh,
I really did. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It's very much an acquired taste show. Like it's not.
It's just I didn't laugh. Like I'm all for crude humor.
Yeah,
I just couldn't laugh.
I do like South Park. I do like the humorous minds of the creators of South Park.
Yeah,
I don't like South Park. I'm not a big fan of South Park. I do like their movie Basketball is hilarious.
I forgot they made that.
That was a while ago.
Oh, God.
There's a scene in Basketball where like you could hear the voices coming out of them during this, because there's a scene where like they're doing dude, like, and you can hear like
it sounds like Kyle and Stan.
It sounds like Kyle and Stan. Yeah. And there's a scene where like they do multiple voices, and one of them like the guy does the voice for Cartman, because he's making fun of a fat guy. He's like, like he's doing the voice for Cartman because he's making fun of a fat guy, and he's like,
you said that twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
you're always there to call that out.
I am.
Also, there's a scene in Basketball where like they're in the change room and they give themselves enormous penises in the show. Where like
it's fucking weird.
So they're hanging out. And this lady walks in and they're like, what's going on? And you see the prop penis move as they like go. And she's trying to ignore. It's like, she's talking to them and she's like, you have enormous cock. Like, it's such a funny movie.
Hey, why are you looking down there?
Like, penis. And she's like trying to talk to them. She's just saying a bunch of stuff. But like. But South Park, I played the South Park games too growing up too. I played a little bit of their games.
Yeah, you played the Stick of Truth?
Is that the one where with I know I played the games. I can't remember which ones are which though. Is that the one with what's the one with Terrence and Phillip? What's the game where
you go to Canada?
Yeah, there's a game with Terrence and Phillip, and it's like you're kind of I forget.
You go to Canada.
Okay, I think that's it.
Do you go to Canada to meet Terrence and Phillip? Do you remember though?
I don't remember though.
Okay. Because it's either it might be the Stick of Truth. I don't know. Because I don't really.
It was for PC.
Like years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, there's definitely not Stick of Truth then.
List of South Park video games. I'm gonna get. It might have been the South Park the game.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Because there's Stick of Truth now. That's the newest, one of the newer ones.
Or
the fractured butthole. It's the newest one.
Or it might have been South Park. It wasn't South Park Rally.
It's actually spelled the fractured BUTWHOLE.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because they couldn't actually put butthole on it.
Like,
so they put butthole?
As opposed to the fractured half, the fractured whole.
Yeah, no, they put butthole.
You know what game I remember? The Family Guy, the video game.
I don't. I never played any. The only like.
I didn't know that came with a video game.
Yeah.
From the success of the Simpsons games, other TV shows try to make video games.
Like Hit and Run and.
Hit and Run and.
What was the other one? The one
Road Rage.
Hit
and Run.
Yeah.
Because of the success of the Simpsons video games, other TV shows tried to make their own video games, and they weren't as successful. Like Family Guy made a
because Simpsons did it. You can't.
I love that. I love those games.
Family Guy made a video game. Futurama made a video game. Futurama's game is amazing. It's so funny. The Futurama video game is so funny.
Really good, yeah. I have the Simpsons games.
Oh yeah,
Hit and Run and whatnot. Yeah.
I'd kill to play them again. To be honest, I'd do it.
I have to find them.
Bring them if you ever find them. Bring them over.
No, I know where they are. I just get them out of my closet. That's the problem.
I don't have. Yeah. As long as we have something to play them on. I don't have my PS2 anymore.
I do. Remember, I had her playing guitar here. Remember?
Oh yeah. So I play those games like every day.
I either have Hit and Run and Road Rage, or I have one or the other. I don't remember.
Hit and Run was like every day
Hit and Run
after
was
school.
the best. Hit and Run was the best.
Road Rage was good, but
Road Rage was okay. It was basically Crazy Taxi, but in a Simpsons game. That was what Road Rage was, wasn't it?
Yes, no, that's one I played way more. I played a lot of Hit and Run, but Road Rage was the one I played a lot more. The taxi service and service.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Wait, what was Hit and Run then?
Hit and Run was the Grand Theft Auto equivalent to the Simpsons.
Yeah. It was
okay.
It was good, but it wasn't Road Rage. Road Rage is way fucking better. Like
now I'm getting myself. I played both, but I'm trying to think.
There's such similar.
There's the one
games,
scene where like you go downtown and you're by Moe's Tavern, and you had to pick up somebody.
That's Road Rage.
That's Road Rage.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So I'm thinking of Road Rage too then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as we talk about video games, there's an upcoming console coming out, the PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5's much talked about SSD drives could result in the games that not only load faster but also take up less size on the disc. The PS5 Speedy new SSD is getting a lot of attention, but it's just one piece of the next gen puzzle. New UI functions could speed up games booting, and improved memory will deliver shorter loading times. While the sheer specs on the PS5 are obviously an important over the PS4, what?
Improvement.
I said improvement.
No, you did not.
What did I say?
Improvement.
Oh, improvement over the PS4. The leap to the next console generations may not be as quite as dramatic as it's been in the past generations, making it smaller, incremental improvements in performance, speed, and efficiency all more important. Speaking to Eurogamer, PlayStation led the system architect Mark Kearney broke down some of the ways that the PS5 SSD will boost performance that players might not be as familiar with. One key factor is the difference in how SSDs are traditionally hard drive organize and retrieve data. So that's that.
Do you guys know anything about SSDs?
Please tell us, Derek.
So basically what it does is your deliverable laptop has a hard drive in it. Your phone technically has a hard drive in it. An SSD is basically taking that hard drive and slapping a fucking 500 horsepower turbocharged engine on it, and it makes it go really, really fast. And
right on.
Really, really fast. That's basically what an SSD is.
Yeah.
And it's also basically picture my laptop as a hard drive.
Yeah.
And that's the SSD.
Okay.
It's about an eighth of the fucking size of a hard drive. They're incredibly small.
Very small for my laptop. That's like that big, and that's like 2 gigs.
Yeah, it's probably an SSD.
Probably.
Yeah.
It doesn't say on it.
No, it's probably an SSD. Like the hard drive of my computer right now is like probably about maybe that big, that thick.
Yeah, I used to have one. That was my first one, the big fat fuckers.
Yeah, I know SSDs are like smaller, about as thin as that, maybe a little more square, but they basically make everything load a lot faster and run a lot smoother.
So, hence the PS5 boosting.
Oh, PS5's gonna have one, and the new Xbox gonna have one, which is something they just really weren't able to do because the SSDs they have to put in them have to be very high capacity.
Yeah.
But the problem is, the higher the capacity, the lower, the slower it runs, even though it's supposed to run faster. So I think they had to develop some sort of new technology for it. Because I don't know any SSD that would be 2 terabytes. That's maybe the laptop ones, but I don't know how fast they actually run. And to not have load times or anything. Which what they're claiming not to have, but I'll believe it when I actually see it on the PS5 or the new Xbox.
Well, the new Xbox One is just going in the back, right?
Supposedly, yeah. It's supposed to be removable like the
memory cards.
The 360s were, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what it's supposed to be, but I won't know until we see it, until I have my hands on one. Which will hopefully be
soon.
November-ish.
Well, the Sony says like PlayStation 5 is still hasn't like Microsoft the Xbox Series. I don't know what the console delays are going to be like now because everything's being delayed. I don't know how the console.
Everything being made in China, so yeah, it's probably gonna be. Yeah, they might even delay it another year, or at least a half year, depending.
You're not getting it on time, by the way.
Well, as it is right now, probably not. But
and like all
everything goes over the next 4 months. Probably still have them by November, December.
And if if we're gonna, we might get them in November or December, or we might get them in maybe the next holiday season.
I want to go with the next holiday season. I would say maybe
like spring 2021.
Yeah, Q1, Q2, maybe end of Q1, beginning of Q2.
Well, company they might like. I agree with that. I'm hoping for that too. Yeah. But they might just wait it out for like.
They might wait it out, but the problem is that people who are developing games right now are developing them for the new systems, and the new systems aren't coming out. And these people aren't really developing games. But then again, a lot of the games that are supposed to be coming out are getting delayed. So, yeah, I mean, it's very possible that everything could get pushed back a year. And we could be having the same conversation next year about if it's going to come out in November or not. I hope it's this year because I'd like a new Xbox, but
I hope it's this year too. Because I would like to get myself a hands on that Xbox Series X coming out.
I'm buying one.
I'm buying one too.
You buying one, Bill?
Yep, let's do it.
He's lying to you just to make you smile.
If you go to Best Buy, you can pay like $45 a month on one.
Oh, okay. See you guys. I'm going there now.
Just saying.
Hey, I'm here for the new Xbox Series X. Sorry, sir, it's not out yet. Fuck.
You need to sign up for one of their credit card.
Oh, that's a scam.
No, until I got my computer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It was $100 a month for like brand new.
Well, I'm financing my next camera and my next car. Ooh, that's gonna get pricey.
What's coming first, Bill?
I don't know, because I can't drive a camera to work.
That's very true. You could try. I don't know how far you
come on, Bill. You gotta try harder than that.
No, I don't think
there's no try. Only do.
I don't think you'd get out of your driveway, but you never know.
Crush the camera.
And our last bit of news is a bit of wrestling news. Ric Flair.
Woo! Woo! I met Ric Flair.
It was the day I was sick too, or I was somewhere.
And I was afraid to ask for an autograph, so Helen went up and got a signature for me.
Nice.
She was his server,
and I was pissed that day too because I'm like, you're not even a wrestling fan. You got Ric Flair's autograph. You were a son of a bitch. So, wrestling legend Ric Flair, 16-time world champ, has had one of the longest and most colorful careers in the wrestling business. Flair has led the kind of life that would be ripe for an entertaining biopic, and as he revealed on an episode of a podcast, Busted Open, just such a Ric Flair biopic is in the works with Dwayne Johnson's production company, $7 Productions. Yes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is producing movies now.
He's already been doing that for a while.
Yeah, I think he had his hand in the Shazam movie.
Yeah.
And he did a movie called Wrestling with My Family.
Yeah.
Which I watched the other day. It's surprisingly good.
Oh, that's good.
It has who's Sean Penn's friend?
I don't know.
No, Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg? Sean Penn? Simon Pegg. Who's Nick Frost? It has Nick Frost in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And quote from Ric Flair, I talked to Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia and Hiram Garcia, and they're going to collaborate. The last time I heard for all this stuff and make a movie with the WWE about me with Sue.
We need to go over your pronunciation when you're talking sentences, because that should have went and Hiram Garcia, and they're going to collaborate. The last time I heard, they're going to collaborate the last time I heard. For all this stuff, there's a pause there because there's a comma.
Ooh, grammar police is in the house.
Because you know, it's never mind.
So for all this stuff, and now I lost. Where am I? For all this stuff, and make a movie with WWE about me with Sue Levinson. Yeah, Levinson.
There you go.
who now is with WWE and is doing a fabulous job. Sue's got great background. As soon as everything gets rolling again, after that, they'll make a movie. They'll make that movie. I am looking forward to that just because I will have a lot of input.
Oh, that's good.
In the past few years, Johnson has branched out from his acting career and gotten into film production. Under his company banner, Johnson has co-produced most of the films he stars in addition to movies like Shazam and Fighting with My Family. He didn't star in Shazam, but he's doing Black Adam.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, WWE has been churning out movies, games, and merchandise for decades. Their movies aren't that great.
No.
Decades off the back of their wrestling properties. A Ric Flair biopic made in collaboration with both WWE and Johnson's company would do full justice to his story. And then here's a little blurb about Ric Flair. His Ric Flair career began with the AWA in 1972, arriving on the professional scene alongside such contemporaries as the Iron Sheik and Andre the Giant. Flair quickly made the name for himself as a wrestler to watch out for. He won the NWA championship many times, the National Wrestling Association world title many times.
I did not think that's what it stood for. Okay.
Before
the know anything about wrestling, so
before the group NWA became a thing, NWA stood for an organization called the National Wrestling Alliance.
Okay.
And it had companies like Jim Crockett Promotions, AWA, WCCW, and WWE World Capital Wrestling, or as now it's called WWE. But Ric Flair held the title because Ric Flair wanted the title, and also Ric Flair. A lot of companies, because when you had the title, you were a traveling champion, so you would go to other territories back in the day because there was wrestling territories. It wasn't one big conglomerate company.
It wasn't WWE.
It was WWE WWE existed. It just wasn't as big as it was today.
Yeah.
Like WWE was like back in the day was like World Capital Wrestling or something, and it was based in New York. And then you had like Mid-South, which was you had the Carolina territories and the Texas territories, and You had like the Memphis territories, and you had many territories. So, and Ric Flair was the NWA champion, so he would travel, because he was the champion, he would travel to different territories, beating guys like Wahoo McDaniel, Harley Race, Terry Funk, Jack Briscoe, and then he made a name for himself in the NWA. He became leader to the stable known as the Four Horsemen, which had Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ole Anderson, and the internet is an amazing thing. It really is. You can look up all this information online, watch YouTube videos. I listen to a podcast called The Jim Cornette Experience, who talks about old school wrestling and how new school is shit, old school rocks, and I agree with him.
That's how it usually goes with everything.
Well, I was watching a couple old school wrestling videos online, and it's pretty much like what UFC is today, what MMA is today. That was old school wrestling. Where like you'd give people a lot of kicks and then put them in a headlock, and then it wasn't as flippy as it is today. So when the Ric Flair biopic eventually drops, it will find a ready-made audience of wrestling fans eager to learn about the details of Flair's long and checkered career. Also, Flair has a long and checkered career of partying. He was.
Well, that's everybody though in the 70s and 80s and 90s.
But nobody parties like Ric Flair. People who would ride with Ric Flair.
I'm pretty sure Motley Crue parties more.
Yeah, well, probably, but people would be like, oh yeah, you're riding with Ric Flair, and they're like, what? I don't want. He doesn't sleep. Actually, he got divorced a couple times because he'd be like, because his wife gave him shit for he was gonna grab a drink with John Cena, and his wife gave him shit, and he's like, she told him, Rick, you're not 30 anymore. Stop. You're 6. At the time he was 60. Now he's 75.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's 70. Well, no, he's 76.
Yeah.
He's 76.
So he was 74 when I saw him, or 71 when I saw him.
Yeah, because he started his career, I believe, he was big in the he was a big star in the 80s. Yeah. He was a big wrestling star in the 80s. That's where he got all his championships from the 80s. There was two big stars in the 80s for wrestling. WWE had Hulk Hogan, or back then it was called WWF. And then NWA had Ric Flair.
Yeah. Those
were the two big names of wrestling. And Ric Flair was, I would say, better than Hogan, because Hogan was more. He was a movie. Because that was when there was WWE was all about movie stars and action figures, and Ric Flair was an actual wrestler. But for now, Flair makes occasional returns to the WWE in capacity of guest or to cheer on his daughter, who's now a wrestler named Charlotte. But Charlotte Flair, penis. Damn it, who put penis on the teleprompter? You know Ron Burgundy will read anything you put on that.
I was hoping you were going to say that. Not even the penis part, just the Ron Burgundy part.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Or no, it's I'm Ron Burgundy? Damn it, who put a question mark on the teleprompter? Ron Burgundy will read anything.
He dumb. He damn dumb.
Also, before we wrap this podcast up, that was it for our news. Before we wrap it up, we're going to get into some news on this day in film and television. The second Academy, 1930, the second Academy Awards, Broadway Melody won. In 1978, the 50th Academy Awards, Annie Hall with Richard Dreyfuss and Diane Keaton win on that one. Yeah. 1978, Larry King moves his radio show from Miami to Washington, D.C.
Oh, Larry King.
Oh, yeah. He's still alive?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Eddie Murphy turns 59 today.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was older than that.
It's also Marlon Brando's birthday today, but he passed away in 2004, and I can't really do the math right now. He was born in 1924.
Well, that was 16 years ago.
Well, he was born in 1924, died in 2004.
Oh, so 80.
So he would have been 80? No. No, he wouldn't be an 80.
No, wait, 19.
If he died in 2004.
Yeah.
So
just pretend it's 2024 minus 20.
1920.
So you would have been 80.
Yeah, he would have been 80. So
yeah, okay.
So
your math was right.
Yeah, he was 80 when he passed. So he would have been. So he would be right now. 100 take away 4 90 96.
Yeah,
he would have been 96 today. And also Doris Day, who passed away last year.
Yeah,
she would have been.
Right, I got video games today. Came out today. 15 years ago, Doom 3 came out. That game was terrifying. That was back before online was a thing, but you had to, if you were allowed to play with your friends together in the same room, you had to system link. Yeah, special cord and everything. You had system link.
So link cables on the Game Boy.
Pretty much, yeah. So everybody did it with an Xbox, but I did it with I had the big screen, and he had a little small screen beside on the table. So we played Doom 3 all night like that.
That's cool.
That's cool.
And Guitar Hero 2 came out 13 years ago.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're old,
Holy
guys.
Fuck.
Old.
Yeah. Well, anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to talk about, Bill?
Before we end the show here.
Not really.
He's lost for words, ladies and gentlemen, and that wraps up another edition of A Brew for Two.
It's been a long one.
It's been a long one. We got some news. We got some news this week, and we didn't rush it like last week. And
we also didn't. I didn't expect there to honestly be much to talk about this week. But I'm glad you're on because we literally talked for 45 minutes. 45 minutes of this episode was us just talking, not even getting into our news, nothing.
So, yeah, there was a bit of that.
So, and then an hour and 10 minutes of it is so far news.
Impressive. I like that.
Yeah, and this is what I like our show to be. It's just us talking for 45 minutes, and then us doing the news, and then it's just okay, then we're done, and that's I like that format, but sometimes we don't always get that format because
I've gone through
not a lot to talk about during quarantine hour.
I've gone through 5 beers since we started, so
what? I'm on
number 6.
I've had 1 beer and 2 of these, and I feel great.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
I don't. This is
I'm finishing 6. Anyways.
I bet you do. Anyway, like we said, this wraps up another edition of A Brew for Two podcast. Yep. I'm your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Derek.
Hello.
And with that, you can follow us on any social media.
Yep, at A Brew for Two podcast on everything, and follow me personally at King Derek on everything.
You can follow me personally too at Gingerfin92. Also, please don't look like a male stripper when you're trying to follow me because I will decline you. I've gotten a lot of that, and it's just I've gotten so-and-so wants to follow you. I'm like,
remove your temporary male stripper photos, and then you can resume the photo after. Is that what you're saying?
So do you want to plug anything before we sign off?
Bill Sultan Photography, if you're interested.
He takes photos of things, and they're really, really nice.
There are really nice photos. He's just being humble about it. He's just.
Oh, thanks.
It's you can follow Bill Sultan Photography if you want.
I guess.
Do it.
Do it.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Click.